This is who should win the Royal Rumble matches. What's up, people? My name is Mark Izzo, and you are listening to the Burning Hammer podcast. And on this episode, I will be giving you my 2 early Royal Rumble prediction winners. Now, before we get into that, you're going to want to make sure to follow the Burning Hammer on all of our social media. You can follow us on X at the Burnt Hammer. That's the best way to get our immediate and initial reactions to anything and everything happening in the world of professional wrestling. And you can follow us on everything else at the Burning Hammer. That is the best way to stay up to date with when we release new YouTube videos or new episodes of the Burning Hammer podcast. You can listen to the Burning Hammer podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Plus, you can watch it on YouTube. And if you are watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell in the lower right corner so you always get notified every single time we release a new video, a new episode of the podcast, a new sketch, anything like that. You will never miss a single upload. All right, so like I said from the top, I'm going to give you my 2 predictions for who I think is going to win both Royal Rumble matches. And to kick us off, I'm going to start with the women's side. Now, at time of recording this, there are 0 women announced for this match, but it's kind of easy to guess who's going to be in it. Maybe besides anyone returning or debuting, anything like that. But to me, there is one clear person who deserves this, and that is Bayley. Now, there's a couple of women I can see winning it, like maybe Jade Cargill, maybe Becky Lynch, maybe Mercedes Moné if she returns to WWE, but nobody deserves this more than Bayley. Bayley has been consistently one of the best workers in WWE, and she has been underutilized for the past 4 or 5 years. She's one of the 4 horsewomen. She's one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time, and she has not been treated like that over these past couple of years in WWE. Not to mention, she's also the leader of Damage Control, at least at time of recording this. Maybe when this is out, they already turned on her. That's part of the reason why I think she's going to win the Royal Rumble, because I think she's going to win and she's going to challenge Io Sky at WrestleMania for the WWE Women's Championship. But it just makes a lot of sense to me to have her win the Royal Rumble. A, because she just deserves it. It's really that simple, and you don't need to have Becky Lynch win it. She doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble to challenge Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. You don't want to really have Jade Cargill go out and win the Royal Rumble during her first appearance in WWE. I do think that Jade Cargill is going to break the record for most women eliminated in a Royal Rumble match. I just don't think she's going to win. To me, it's very easy. It's very simple. It makes the most sense. Bayley absolutely deserves it. She has not, I repeat, she has not held a singles title in WWE since 2019. That's just about 4 years that Bayley has not held a world title in WWE, but she has been consistently on WWE program every single week, and that just goes to show, like, those are how you know you're a good wrestler or a good superstar, is you stay in the mix in WWE, even if you aren't winning that many titles, even if you aren't even going after that many titles. I mean, we've seen it with Kevin Owens, we see it with Sami Zayn, we've seen it with Bayley, but she absolutely deserves another world title run, and I think that's going to come at the Royal Rumble. I think that Damage Control is going to turn on her probably very soon, and I think she could be the first woman to declare for the Royal Rumble match on the women's side. And I think her whole thing is, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble, I'm going to challenge Io Sky, and I'm going to take that title off of her. And I do think she's going to win. If she wins the Royal Rumble and she challenges Io Sky at WrestleMania, I do think she's going to be the person to take the title off of Io Sky. And I just think we need a proper feud for this WWE Women's title. We haven't really gotten a super good feud yet. Like, we get challengers for it. Io Sky defends it pretty often, but we haven't gotten like a nice long build for a feud. So I think we're going to get that with Bayley, potentially leading up to the Royal Rumble and even after the Royal Rumble. So Bayley absolutely makes the most sense to me, and I think she deserves it the most out of any woman on the WWE roster. All right, now moving on to the men's side of things. Similar to the women's side, there are a couple of people I can see winning. CM Punk, LA Knight, Randy Orton. But to me, there's only one person who should win it. There's only one person who deserves to win it, and that's the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Now, does Cody Rhodes need to win this Royal Rumble to challenge Roman Reigns for the title at WrestleMania? Maybe not, but I think it's a good way to get him back onto Roman Reigns, because you could just say he has history with the Bloodline, but so many wrestlers have history with the Bloodline. And I think for me, the most important thing is that giving him back-to-back wins and giving him 2 Royal Rumble wins, that's really just going to like elevate him to that next level of wrestlers in WWE. It's really going to push him into that next category with all of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Like, yes, he could say, Roman Reigns, we have unfinished business. He can come out on Friday Night SmackDown, confront the Bloodline. I think that's probably what we could get with him and Randy Orton, potentially some tag team action over the next couple of weeks and months. But to me, it makes the most sense to have Cody Rhodes go out there and win the Royal Rumble. I think he's going to enter at number 1. He is the first person to declare themselves for the Royal Rumble, and I don't think that's by mistake. I think him being the first person to say, I'm going out and I'm going to compete in the Royal Rumble match, to me, that's just them saying like, yo, Cody's going to win, and he deserves it. Obviously, Cody Rhodes, incredible wrestler, but if you look at his WWE resume, he's a massive star currently, but he doesn't have that many title wins. He doesn't have that many title defenses. And so in order to make up for that, giving him 2 Royal Rumble victories back to back is really going to push him to that next level, like I said, and it's going to make up for all of the titles that he never won. But obviously, he's going to get probably 2 or 3 before he retires, but getting this first one is going to be a massive deal. He's still going to finish the story. He's still the person who should dethrone Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and I still think that that is what is going to happen. And hopefully I'll be there for it. It's in Philadelphia, my hometown, so I'm very excited for WrestleMania this year. And I don't think Randy's going to win, because I think whoever wins the Royal Rumble is going to dethrone Roman Reigns. CM Punk would be a fun option, but again, I don't necessarily think he needs to win. Like, it's not going to do that much for him. And I don't think it's going to do that much for Randy Orton, because Randy Orton is currently mixed up with the Bloodline. So I just think that it's not going to be Randy. Randy may face Roman at the Royal Rumble, but I think Cody's going to be the person who deserves this. I don't think LA Knight's going to win, as much as I would love that to happen. I just don't think he's going to be the person to dethrone Roman at WrestleMania, so I don't think he's going to win, and I think Roman's going to drop the title at Mania. I don't think anyone from Raw is really going to win. I don't even know who besides, I think Damian Priest is going to cash in. I don't think Gunther's going to win, because I think if he's going to win, he's going to drop the Intercontinental title before the Rumble, and I just can't really see that happening right now. Maybe he loses it to The Miz. Maybe he loses it to Ludwig Kaiser, but I think the person that's going to dethrone Gunther is going to be Ilya Dragunov. I still stand by that. I said that a few months ago, but I don't think Gunther's going to win the Rumble just yet, just because I don't think he's going to win the Rumble and hold the IC title, because then what are they going to do? After he wins the Royal Rumble, he's still the IC champion. They're probably going to take the title off of him before WrestleMania, so then that's kind of going to hurt him in that sense. So that's why I don't think Gunther's going to do it. But again, I would love to see Gunther win the Royal Rumble. I just think that Cody Rhodes deserves it the most, and I do think that Damian Priest is going to be the next World Heavyweight Champion. I think he's going to wait till the very last minute that he can to cash in the briefcase, and then he's going to cash it in, and I think he's going to do so successfully. Whether or not Judgment Day is still intact during that's a conversation for another day, but I do think he's going to have a successful cash-in. I just think it's going to come at the very last minute. So those are all of the reasons why I think that Cody Rhodes is going to win the Royal Rumble. He deserves it. Let's finish the story, Cody Rhodes. And so you let me know in the comments down below, who are your picks to win the Royal Rumble matches as of right now? That's going to wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell to get notified whenever we release a new video, and I'll catch you in the next one.